Tinubu unfolds agenda for Southeast as Obi's kinsmen boost campaign with 1 billion naira. Wow. Some 2,000 Southeastern businessmen have contributed 1 billion naira to support the campaign of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress APC. Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma has said. A statement signed by Director Media and Publicity APC Presidential Campaign Council Bayo Onanuga quoted Uzodinma as saying this Thursday at the town hall meeting between Tinubu and business leaders in the region held in Owerri, Imo State capital. The statement said membership of the group of donors was drawn from the 5 states of the region. The Labour Party presidential candidate hails from Anambra, one of the 5 eastern states where the donation reportedly came from. So why are they linking it to Labour Party now? The governor also said the meeting was a deliberate strategy of the party's presidential candidate to interface with the business leaders and trade associations in the Southeast so he can factor their position and views in the business of government when elected. I'm happy to say our people are fully in support of our presidential candidate who has come to share his vision and plan for Nigeria and Southeast today. To support his aspiration, the sum of 1 billion naira has been raised by 2,000 business owners across the southeastern states, Onanuga quoted Uzodinma to have said. And according to the statement, a spokesman for the group, Emeka Mbudem, said the group believes in Nigeria and is committed to peace. He said members contributed 500,000 each because they believe in Tinubu after reading his action plan for Nigeria, adding, where an Igbo man puts his money, he puts his heart. The governor, however, asked Tinubu to remove the numerous checkpoints on the roads in the region and also build the roads linking the state capitals in the region. Responding, Asiwaju Tinubu pledged to introduce technology in the clearing of goods at the ports that would render unnecessary the checkpoints on the roads. He also promised to run a government where all Nigerians are treated equally. Tinubu further pledged to create new industrial hubs in Aba, Abia State, and Owerri, Imo State, saying the already existing ones would be modernized if elected as president in the 2023 general election. The APC presidential standard bearer said based on his experience and the lessons learned, he understands the challenges traders, business owners, and people of the Southeast are going through. He said, my government shall build an economy with a growing industrial base, more and better jobs for our youth, and more high-quality homegrown goods to sell and merchandise. We shall establish industrial hubs throughout the nation and modernize existing ones. We will encourage and facilitate greater production in places like Owerri and Aba. At the same time, we shall broaden opportunities for you to engage in more international commerce by steering more activity towards ports outside of Lagos, such as Onne. I envision the Owerri, Port Harcourt, and Aba Port Harcourt corridors becoming more active and lucrative trade and manufacturing corridors than they already are. My administration will establish policies that widen your horizons and expand your business reach, both in terms of the goods you sell and your geographic reach to new markets. Working with the state government, the CBN, and banking industry, we shall embark on a two-pronged credit revolution. First, on the sale and supply side, we shall seek to drive down interest rates on business loans, especially for investments in manufacturing as well as small and medium-sized enterprises. Second, we will seek to make consumer loans more available. This will allow more people to afford and buy more high-quality goods from you. By empowering the consumer, we increase economic activity and prosperity for the overall economy as well as for your individual businesses. We will put in place policies that will boost trade and commerce. We will solve the forex crisis and ensure that traders like you have easy access to a unified forex market. We shall seek to revive struggling industries in this region and throughout the nation. Working with Governor Uzodinma, we shall continue to push to return Avutu Poultry to its status as a world-class poultry farm. This will increase food and nutrition while creating jobs and giving us a chance to open new markets. Ada palm can once again become a fulcrum of job creation and foreign currency earnings, Tinubu stated. And then on infrastructure development, the APC presidential flag bearer said the Sam Mbakwe International Cargo Airport, Owerri, would become fully operational to help large-scale movement of goods across the region, adding that priority will also be placed on the completion of the Abakaliki-Benin section of the rail project integrating the Southeast to the national rail system. Tinubu said, our national infrastructure plan shall pay great attention to roadways eaten by erosions and flooding. We shall give traders the sound roads they deserve in order to move goods for the benefit of the rest of the population. For those of you in the agricultural sector, commodity exchange boards and other measures should be established to better link local markets and farmers with the global economy while also assuring them minimum prices for their harvest. The idea is to boost farm incomes, thus giving farmers greater incentive to produce more. We can hold to little of these good economic things without adequate peace and security. Our response to terror, kidnapping, and violent criminality includes increased manpower, better communications, and mobility equipment and training, Tinubu added. The former Lagos State Governor stated that he would work towards integrating all regions in the country to ensure Nigeria continues to remain in unity. For me, the unity of this nation is sacrosanct. It is non-negotiable. However, I realize that many people have genuine and painful grievances indeed in need of fair and durable resolution. My government will be comprised of people from every section of the country and ready to discuss legitimate grievances with those in search of a peaceful resolution. Our nation is still in its infancy compared to other nations. I am proud of how far this nation has come. I also understand the great strides still to be made if we are to build for ourselves a nation of democratic good governance, development, justice, and unity. In attendance at the meeting were the APC National Chairman, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, the party's Vice Presidential candidate, Senator Kashim Shettima, and Ebonyi State Governor David Umahi, amongst others. So Tinubu and the APC party chieftains went for town hall meeting in Owerri, all right, hosted by Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State. And that is where Tinubu is rolling out all of these manifestos. And who were in attendance? Of course, the APC state, Ebonyi State Governor David Umahi, and then the Imo State Governor, which is Hope Uzodinma, hosted them in the Southeast region. And now Hope Uzodinma is telling us that about 200 people donated 1 billion naira. And he's saying that the 200 people cut across the whole southeastern state. For me, this is a propaganda. Uzodinma must have donated this 1 billion on behalf of Imo State or the APC state in the southeast. And now he is saying he donated by over 200 businessmen across the southeastern states. Okay, say 2,000, not 200. Say 2,000 businessmen across the southeastern states. Now, wow. And these 2,000 businessmen are spirits. They don't have name. They don't have the kind of business they transact. They don't have the particular area they came from. It just said some 2,000 southeastern businessmen donated 1 billion naira. Ha! I don't believe Hope Uzodinma. This is APC propaganda to say, so they use it to say the entire southeastern state is now for APC. I think he's just saying his own. Moreover, they are doing this so that they will bring their interest as businessmen to the table of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, so that when Bola Ahmed Tinubu enters office, he will understand the business needs and the businessmen needs in the southeastern region of Nigeria. But now that even Tinubu is making all of these promises, all the things he will do in the southeastern states, already the way he's proving to hate Igbos in Lagos and all over the country, are you sure if this man enters office, he will do all of this? Moreover, is this Bayo Onanuga that is saying Uzodinma said. That is because Bayo Onanuga is reporting it here, like, yeah, this is what, or this was what the Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma said. Now, wow. How do we believe this? How do we accept this? Because already we know that all the things coming from these guys are cooked and concocted. So now, Tinubu has made several promises here on behalf of himself and his party, APC, on the things they will do. And one is decongesting the port. And Tinubu politics is one of the reasons that all other ports in Nigeria have not worked. It's only Lagos. Everybody want to come and clear in Lagos because with his influence in federal government, they have refused to allow other seaports in Nigeria work. And all the seaports are actually in the south-south and towards the southeast region of the country. They have never worked. How are you sure? Because they are holding down the only seaport in Lagos so that they use it to increase. Those are the things they are using to calculate as the IGR, internally generated revenue of Lagos State, coming from port. Meanwhile, everybody in Nigeria is transacting from that seaport, and it's supposed to be a federal seaport. So I don't understand how Tinubu will now decongest the Lagos seaport to make all other seaports work. And he mentioned on a port in Port Harcourt. And he's talking about making Owerri Airport, International Cargo Airport, functional or more functional than it is right now. Well, we just hope that all of these promises will come, because we had all these promises even when the APC government entered in 2015. We've had them in 2019, and now we're hearing them again from a different person, but under the same umbrella, under the same party. Are we sure they will do all of this? Generally, we've seen what Hope Uzodinma and David Umahi are doing in the Southeast. They are the people sabotaging Labour Party and Peter Obi so that they will say, the whole Southeast is for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They are very, very optimistic. These guys, they know how to raise their hope. But it's okay. Let all hope continue to rise. During the election, that's when we'll know who is who and who is doing what. Because I know that a lot of people following them will collect their money and will still vote Peter Obi at the end of the day. I'm pretty sure about that. So thank you for listening. This is what transpired at Imo State under Hope Uzodinma, the governor of the state. Asiwaju went there for town hall to discuss all of this. But again, Asiwaju will only go to town hall. He will not go for presidential debate, because he will go to places where they don't ask him questions. I'm sure in this town hall meeting, there were no questions. They were just encomiums. They would just, shout their party name, and then they will hail him. Those are the kind of things he wants. He doesn't want where they will ask him questions. Well, the questions will remain there, and they will continue to demand answers until they are answered. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment below on the promises that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has made to the southeastern region of Nigeria when he eventually becomes the president.